So, Hillary Clinton resigned her post this year. That was actually kind of disappointing to me because I found her really inspiring as a woman. Because, you know, she ran for the office of President of the United States and ended up as secretary. If she runs in the next race, maybe she'll get the title of maid or maybe intern. I went to France the other month, and I actually thought it was really nice. They had nice weather, nice food. They had really nice clothes there too. If you want to go up to a hobo and just be like, "Where did you get those jeans?" you know you're in a posh country. But the most fascinating thing about it was the language, because you'd be walking along and you'd see this kid tugging on his parents' hand and being like, "Vous avec moi un bonbon?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, vous avec him un bonbon." It's a convincing language. I recently decided to give the Twilight series a try, and you know, I didn't think it was as bad as people seem to think it is. I mean, well, wait, I didn't like the main character. I thought she was kind of boring. Didn't like her very much. But and I didn't like the vampires. They were kind of ridiculous. Didn't like them at all. But otherwise, it was a really interesting novel about public school and Britain. Recently, I've been kind of torn because on one hand, I think it's really nice that media is starting to aim itself more towards women, but sometimes I think it goes too far. Like, I was watching this show on Stars the other day called Da Vinci's Demons. And the interesting thing was that it focused on Da Vinci more as an inventor than an artist. Like, for instance, did you know that he invented a human flying machine, some kind of huge crossbow type thing, skinny jeans, hair gel, and a leather jacket? He was wearing them, and I'm pretty sure those did not exist during the Renaissance. My dad is a landlord, and by that I pretty much mean Ebenezer Scrooge. Hi, Dad. Like the other day, we were watching we were hanging out with my cousin and my little cousin, and we were watching Beauty and the Beast, right? So the movie starts, they have that little fairy girl come in, and the Beast is like, "No, you can't stay." Or you have the old beggar woman come in, and the Beast is like, "No, you can't stay here." And she turns into a beautiful fairy and curses him. And my dad was like, "Wait a second. You can't penalize him for that. What if she died on the property? What if she claimed squatter's rights and never left? He could not accept the liability for that." And I was like, well, it was feudal West Europe, so they probably didn't have those type of laws. Besides, he's a prince, so he probably didn't have to follow them anyway. And he was like, Allie, don't you think you might be overthinking this just a little?" I'm a somewhat proud owner of a twin sister. And when we were very young, we had just watched the movie, what's it called? Parent Trap. And so we went off to day camp, and we decided to switch places for a day. And so I went the whole day. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, method acting, go me. And by the end of the day, this very nice counselor lady came up to me, and she's like, you know, you have to be identical for that to work. I mean, it could have been worse. I have a friend with a male twin, so at least, yeah. Okay, so I'm not positive, but I'm like 99% sure that tap dancing was invented as revenge against downstairs neighbors. I have some advice for you all now. If you're meeting new people, it's it's probably best not to start off with, what kind of serial killer would you be? But if you do, it's probably best not to follow up with, oh, me? I don't know. I'd probably just lure them into my house with some casual conversation, get a knife, take them down to my basement, and get to know the mysteries of the human body. By the way, if any of you are available after this, I have a really nice basement. I recently saw this bumper sticker that said, if you got to meet God, what questions would you ask him? And my brain started up. I kept wanting to think of something incredibly profound, like, why do bad things happen to good people? Or if everything's predestined, why do people have to go to hell if it's already happened? But the only thing I could think of was I would probably just ask to see his Morgan Freeman impression. I recently decided to apply for a writing internship, and I didn't get it. But I think a possible reason why may have been, they asked the question, where do you see yourself in 30 years? And apparently, by the side of the road, writing novels in animal blood on discarded candy wrappers, and begging passerby to read them, was not a response that showed either planning or optimism. Whatever, the world just isn't honest anymore. And on that note...
Oh, no.